What's up YouTube, and welcome back to another video. We just did the documentary video for Saiki for Band-Maid, and now we're gonna go right to Kanami. Next up, let's go. Fun to learn about.
Welcome to Kanagawa Prefecture in the Tokyo area, a mixture of heavily urbanized areas, farmlands, and mountains, punctuated by the tourist destinations of Kamakura, Enoshima, and Hakone. Its capital, Yokohama, is the second biggest city in Japan and a port city, well known all over the world.
Wow.
Kanami was born in this prefecture near Yokohama on September 28th, being the youngest child of her family with an older brother and sister. As both of her siblings were already learning piano, Kanami's mother asked her to learn piano as well, but she also liked to borrow and play with her brother's airsoft gun. Her parents wanted Kanami to try various activities like ballet, calligraphy, and English, to name a few.
Could you imagine Kanami just pulls up with the airsoft gun, just click clack, go get the strap?
Years, Kanami continued to learn piano as she has a natural talent for it and really loves playing.
Piano is beautiful.
That she shared multiple times on social media.
I could listen to that all day, no cap.
Kanami confessed that from her childhood to her junior high school years, she only listened to classical music and was very influenced by Chopin. Kanami plays piano for the introduction of the song Start Over. She also performed the introduction of Daydreaming on piano live multiple times. In her interviews, Kanami describes herself as tenin in Japanese, which is translated as natural funny man. Tenin literally means nature or natural. In Japan, there is a traditional comedy act known as monzai, where the humor comes from the interaction between a straight man and a funny man, not unlike the double act comedy in the West with Laurel and Hardy, for example, or Abbott and Costello.
Okay.
The funny man being the comic character as opposed to the straight man in this comedy duo.
さあ、ミンチョのマイブームは何ですかポ？はい、ミンチョのマイブームは、ミサしか見れないインスタのアカウントをやってるんですけど、自分がミサ限定なの？ミサしか見れないからフォロワーもミサしかいない。そのアカウントなんで？それでご飯を作ったら、そこに載せて、で偉いって書いたりしたらミサが偉いねってコメント。LINE でやれ。どうしてインスタで作ったっぽ？こうやってね、ご飯作ったの並んでいくじゃん。でそれでちゃんと手料理を作るっていうモチベーションを上げるためにやっております。素敵なマイブームだね。ありがとう。なんでミサ一人なんだぽ？ミサが先生なの？ミサはね、偉いねって褒めてくれる。褒めてくれるからミサは偉い。あ、なるほどね。絶対ミサちゃんだったらいいねってしてくれるからってこと？はいはい。でそれをサイちゃんには見せないと？見てくれる？あ、じゃあやっぱミサだけど。じゃあミサちゃんこれからも頑張ってください。全員いいね。全員いいね。
That's funny.
In Kanami's case, her funny talk is not deliberate, but natural. It's like that friend you have who is smart, but naturally strange in a funny way, if that makes sense.
ありがとうございました。
面接じゃないんですよ。本当に。
Saiki and Miku talked about Kanami during an episode of the radio show Band-Maid Nippon,
まずはじゃあギターのかなみちゃん。
はい。
かなみちゃんもねちょっと
なんで
とても不思議な感じなんですよ。なんだろう、小鳩が多分一番バンドメイドでやばいって、
思われ
てるんですけど、かなみちゃんもなかなかだと小鳩は思うぽ。
それは同感です。
ね、同感でしょぽ。
なんかね、かなみちゃんはあれなんだよね。二面性があるっていう言い方していいの？
うん。なんか普段は本当にふわふわしてて、すごくなんだろう、ほんわかしたね、お嬢様みたいな、
お姫様みたい。
あ、そうだっぱね。
おとぎの国のお姫様みたいな。
眠ってそう。
あ、そう、眠り姫っぽい。なんかおしとやかなお姫様って感じなんですけど、
小鳥たちとかと遊んでそうなイメージだ。森の中で。
There was also a moment during the US tour in 2022 where Kanami introduced herself for the second time when the crowd was calling her name.
So funny to do that in America.
In senior high school, Kanami joined a popular music club as a keyboardist, but started to learn guitar a few months later after watching a senior classmate play. Kanami wanted to play guitar to look cool in the eyes of the other girls. And it worked.
ギターを弾いてるかなみ先輩ってかっこいいよねって言ってもらえるようになって、それが気持ちよくてずっとギターを弾いてました。
This is the beginning of Kanami's journey as a guitarist. She started to learn the basics by herself without any knowledge or even a band to practice with. At one point, a third-year senior who taught her guitar asked Kanami to join his band composed of classmates. The members gave Kanami songs to learn from bands like Kiss, Metallica, and Deep Purple.
I love all those bands. That would be so cool to see Kanami just shredding those.
But the first song she had to learn was However by Glay.
Damn, that sounds way cool.
As she was covering more and more songs from Western hard rock bands, Kanami had so much fun that she decided to create her own one-person band, filling all the roles herself. Kanami was not really into the idea of joining as a band, as it's difficult to find one where all the members have the same level of motivation and the same ambitions. This is why Kanami started to learn programming and write her own songs so she wouldn't have to rely on a band. Kanami wanted to enroll in a university of music, but she finally followed her parents' wishes and went to a regular university, where she studied economics and management to learn how to promote herself as a professional musician. Even though she was still a student, Kanami worked hard to polish her skills and find her way through the music industry. She built a soundproof room and took singing lessons, even though she didn't really like to sing. Kanami also posted a lot of covers on YouTube and Nico Nico, until one day, someone finally contacted her.
Damn, can you still find these videos? That'd be interesting to watch.
Kanami's hard work paid off as she was contacted to join a female rock band.
Mcho 最初に見つけて、ね、で見つけてもらって声かけてもらって、
どこで見つけるの？
ネットで動画をやっぱ弾いてみたみたいな上げてて、そこからで私がもともとはシンガーソングライターを弾き語りでこう歌いますみたいなやってたんですけど、バンドじゃなくて。
She met with the management who explained the concept and played songs made for the band. For the maid outfits, Kanami had already performed in one during a school culture festival, so it was not a problem for her as she really liked the concept. As for the songs, she found that they were cool, so she immediately said yes. Plus, she always wanted to be a lead guitarist and work with a female lead singer without having to sing. From this moment, Kanami was the first member to join Band-Maid.
She shreds with so much soul.
At the beginning, the songs performed by Band-Maid were sent by external songwriters and selected by the members. The band's first released single was called Ai to Jonetsu no Matadoru. It was likely inspired by Kanami and her admiration for Santana, the legendary Mexican guitarist, singer, and songwriter.
Santana really good. Some people say he's the best guitarist that ever lived, you know, like Santana was him. Still is. That sounds like Black Magic Woman, I believe.
She found Santana thanks to her father's vinyl collection, as he listened mostly to rock from the 70s and the 80s. Kanami was still a novice in songwriting, but she continued to submit her songs anyway. Although it was really hard for her to keep writing all those songs that were never approved. Thankfully, Kanami had the support of Saiki, who encouraged her to continue to write more and more. While performing the songs provided by the songwriters, Kanami kept on learning and improving until her determination was finally rewarded when, 2 years after their formation, the first ever song written and arranged by Band-Maid was released.
Damn, we're gonna have to listen to that. Misa slapping that bass, as usual.
Kanami is the kind of person who has to compose all the time. She loves to create new songs and takes requests from the other members when they have an idea. It's even easier for Kanami this way as she doesn't have to start from scratch. When she does, Kanami uses a riff or a melody, writes around it, and sends each part to each member, starting with Misa. There are not a lot of directions for Misa to follow except when Kanami wants her to slap or stand out during a specific part of the song. Misa, being a very fast worker, gets her response to Kanami quickly, which means then Kanami can start programming the drums for Akane. At first, Kanami received a lot of feedback from Akane about the drums being impossible or requiring 5 arms, but with time, she improved her programming and wrote difficult but playable drums with the help of Akane. Let's take Black Hole, for example.
でもあそこは最初もっと難しかったんです。これは無理って言われて代わりに出してもらった別パターンを採用してます。辛口とか地獄とか名付けられたパターンも送ってもらったんですけど、確か地獄っていうパターンになったんだと思います。
Holy.
Kanami wanted Black Hole to be the fastest song possible, but also chaotic, which makes it even harder for Akane. With Akane's drums locked in, Kanami can add the guitars and work with Saiki on the lead vocals. The first demo of a song is actually recorded on a piano by Kanami with her voice as the demo for the vocals, so the song might change completely when Saiki's voice is added. A part of this process was featured in the Band-Maid US Tour 2022 documentary, where we can see Kanami presenting her idea for Memorable to Saiki.
La, 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 la,
For backing vocals, Kanami proposed.
It's really cool how you can see how the music comes together and all the talent that goes into it from each member. I mean, putting together music is no easy feat. So, I mean, like the fact that she is able to program and not only do that, but write some sick solos. Like, it's just crazy. Props to Kanami for sure.
Some of them, Miku and Saiki also proposed some others. And finally, their vocal director sometimes gives advice during the recording sessions. The rhythm guitar is something Kanami adds at the end of her writing process. When Miku has to sing, her part is, of course, simplified, but Kanami doesn't think much about this when composing. Talking about Miku, Kanami's way of writing is totally different when she writes a song for Miku, like Sayanakadori. Even though Kanami adopts her writing to Miku's voice, she wants Miku to grow as a singer, so she is always trying to challenge her.
この最後は変えてほしいって小鳩に言われたので、ちょっと成長の意味も込めて変えたら、最初高くて出るかわかんないって言われちゃって、頑張れって。
Kanami has had a lot of different guitars over the years. She has used a Flying V, a Les Paul, and Strat-style guitars. Her first collaboration was with a Dictone, when Kanami was officially endorsed by the brand on May 21st, 2016. Kanami even had her own signature model, the Dictone Modern Series 2.8 Signature, in two colors, red and green. But there is one brand that we are used to seeing Kanami with for a few years now. Paul Reed Smith Guitars, or PRS. At the beginning of 2017, Kanami switched from a Dictone to PRS, which was not leaving her previous endorser in good terms with Band-Maid's management, who was accused of forcing Kanami to switch to PRS guitars. For the release of their first major album called Just Bring It, Band-Maid recorded the music video of Don't You Tell Me, where we can see Kanami playing with a brand new PRS 408 Fire Red Burst, borrowed from a guitarist amongst Band-Maid staff. One thing for sure, Kanami fell in love with PRS guitars.
もうファーストタッチで、うわ弾きやすい、手に吸い付くってなって、で、音的にも特徴的なサウンドじゃないですか。私は特徴が欲しかったんですよね、バンドメイドに。ただ PRS ってしっかり弾かないとちゃんと鳴らないギターなので、今でも結構苦戦してるところがあるんですけど、でもこの PRS を使いこなせるようになったら、きっとどのギターでも使いこなせると思ったので PRS にしました。これだとなりました。直感だったと思います。
Okay, this is actually really interesting information for me because I'm kind of trying to decide this summer when I'm looking if I should buy like a Les Paul, but maybe now I should look into PLS too because I always, Gibson Les Paul, that's what a lot of the 70s guys played that I really like, so that's what I was leaning towards, but maybe I should look into this more. Just random.
も弾き心地もこれがいい。でもしっかり弾かないと音が鳴らないみたいな。難しいけど、でもこれっていう感じでした。
On November 17th, 2024, Kanami took part in a public talk session at the PRS Guitars and American Vintage Guitar Show, held at Shibuya Stream Hall in Tokyo, alongside Paul Reed Smith, the founder of PRS Guitars. During the session, he surprised everyone by presenting Kanami with her very own signature model, a recognition of her hard work as a guitarist and songwriter. Kanami thus became the first Japanese artist to receive a signature model from the American company PRS.
Now that's cool.
Kanami シグネチャーモデルを弾いてくれる方が、いらっしゃるということで、それを想像するともうすごく感動しちゃいます。もし目の前でそれを見てしまったらもう泣いちゃうかもしれないです。
Mcho comes from her username from the time she posted videos online, which was Kanamcho. Incho is a suffix to give a cute feel to a name that usually ended with a vowel I. This is how Kanami chose the nickname Kanamcho, then shortened into Mcho. It has been mentioned multiple times by the members that Kanami has a switch when she is playing guitar.
ライブお給仕の時にギターを持ってこうお給仕に臨むと、なんだかこう人格が変わるというか、少しオラオラ系になるみたいで、
急に変わって、すごいこうやってきます。マ
ジで？
このKanamiがギター持ってこうやってやってきますから。
急に小鳩のマイク奪ってちょっと話したりとかする時とかもあって。メンバーたちもすごいびっくりしちゃうみたいな時があります。
身内もびっくりするぐらいなんだ。
でも打ち合わせとか全くなしで、い
つ出てくるかもわからない。その時はなんかトランス状態みたいな感じっぽくて、私何やってたっていうのがあって、今日はねシンバルをかかと落とししてたみたいな。
This moment can be seen when the camera is on Kanami right after a short pose. Kanami enters in Mcho mode to focus on her music. Sometimes, Mcho becomes out of control, and it looks like this.
That's soul, that's what that is.
Mcho はじゃあ最初にサイちゃんに会った時の印象、Mchoは
記憶あるとこからでいいよ。
記憶あるところから
今記憶ないかもしれないからと
記憶があるところだとぶっちゃけるとあーちゃんが最初にサイちゃんサイちゃんのことを先にあーちゃんが会ってたから、多分Kanamiは嫌いなタイプの人だと思うって言われてた。
あったね。
結構それ言ってたのね最初。
そうだからすごいビクビクしながら会って、あ、この人かみたいな でも話したらあれ普通に話せるってなってどっちだってなって
Since Kanami met with Saiki, she can't stop showing how much she loves and admires her. It started with the first music video of Don't You Tell Me, where the personality of each member is highlighted for the first time. Since then, she's always showing her support to Saiki during live performances.
私はすごくボーカルの最近のことが大好きなので、はい、一緒にアコースティックでこうできて。いいんだよ、そんなこと言わなくて。
It's been something used by the members for years during MCs. Sometimes, those moments are very sweet. And sometimes, it gives us a memorable moment.
Kanami is Japanese hentai.
Saiki also likes to play this card with Kanami during songs for some funny stage interactions. One thing for sure, with these two on stage, you can expect a lot of emotions coming through their performance as they adore those special moments with just the two of them.
Let me know what song this is. I love a good acoustic. I like country music too, so I don't know. That's pretty cool.
Music has been a part of Kanami's life since her childhood, and even if her passion for the guitar started late, Kanami worked hard to master the instrument, songwriting, and song production. Since that moment, every decision she made helped shape the passionate guitarist that we know today. Always impressive when she's on stage with her ability to convey emotions through her guitar, Kanami has moved a lot of fans over the years. From a try-it-all to a do-it-all, Kanami always had the ambitions to break through the music industry. And by joining Band-Maid, she was able to improve her play, learn from professional songwriters, and pursue her dream. Thanks to her Band-Maid support, Kanami continued to write song after song until they were approved by the management. And since 2016, she is the genius who writes Band-Maid's music. Improving and evolving song after song, exploring new territories, challenging her bandmates and herself by making songs that sound good instead of being just easy to play.
でもとにかく音楽には一生関わっていたいなっていうメンバーたちなんですよ、一人一人が。だからそれこそこれから10年後にどうなっているかは正直わからないし、5年後だって見当もつかないんですけど、音楽では絶対つながっていたいって思うメンバーたちですね。もうこのバンド、このメンバーが大好きすぎて、このメンバーと離れるのが絶対嫌だって思うんです。この先も少し立ち止まるような時が来るかもしれないですけど、このメンバーたちに囲まれているからこそ自分は続けられているというか、続けることを目的に続けてきたわけじゃなくて、本当に気づいたら続けられていたという感じで入れているのは今のメンバーだからなんだなって思います。
Kanami's path has never been an easy one, but she managed to keep moving forward, destroying every obstacle in her way. Even when she is tired to the point of where she can't barely stand, Kanami will always give everything on stage with the biggest smile. She is a mixture of passion, energy, and joy, who is and always will be full of surprises. Kanami, the genius composer.
Sounds so good. I think, her playing piano when she was younger really helps her with like being able to compose this type of music. And, like she said that she really liked classical music when she was growing up too. And that's some really like intense music for a young person to be listening to. So it makes sense now how she can compose these great songs. Really cool. Alright, so that was Kanami. Great video. A lot of in-depth stuff. This documentary is just fantastic. I'm glad you guys have gotten me to react to this because it's gonna, I don't think I'm gonna react to a song until I finish this documentary because then I'm gonna know everybody and I'll just be able to just jam with y'all even more, And that's what's been fun about learning about the band, even through just listening to songs, was like, I don't know, trying to decipher the message of a song, other things, like a really good solo that I really enjoyed. Like, that's what's just made it fun to listen to them. And I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to this. I hope you're having a good day, most importantly. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Fly high, pigeons. Peace.